Sticky date.
Sticky date.
Sticky date.
25-year-old Lydia Barra has something to confess.
I use Facebook a lot. I use Facebook pretty much every day, and there's a number of times during the day where I check my ex's Facebooks. More than 10 times a day, I will go and click on the profile of the previous guys I was dating.
Online stalking is easier than ever thanks to social media. And it's probably something we're all guilty of, especially when it comes to exes or the people we're dating.
I usually check up on my ex-boyfriend's profiles just to see where they're at in life, what sort of life stage they're at, whether they are interacting with other girls, whether they're doing well. There's been times where I've been invited by a mutual friend to a party where I know that they are also invited, and I will consider going to that event, whereas I wouldn't have considered it if they weren't invited.
Now it's become almost accepted, like the idea of stalking an ex or stalking isn't a crazy idea, it's quite the norm, it almost feels like most people do it.
Melanie Cashadorian is a psychologist specialising in relationships therapy. She says that social media use can lead to some unhealthy behaviours and often causes problems in dating and relationships.
Just to be able to access information so easily just with technology. So I think that then spreads to being able to track our partners. It isn't very healthy. In the case of, say, stalking an ex, it then becomes harder to get over your feelings for that ex.
Facebook stalking can seem relatively harmless because it's all stuck behind a screen. But online behaviours can have real-life effects too.
Social media is just so easily accessible and feels like it's a little bit sort of safer because it's behind a screen. I don't necessarily need to have them on Facebook and need to see what's going on in their lives, but I just keep them there, and sometimes that can be detrimental to my mental health and my well-being.
We're spending so much time online, and there definitely is a blurred line between our online life and our real life.
So we know that social media can be dangerous when it comes to exes. But what about couples in committed relationships? 22-year-old Lindsay Fordham says she and her boyfriend Josh have no problem knowing each other's Facebook passwords.
I trust him not to go snooping on my Facebook. Not that there's anything to find, but I trust that he would respect my privacy.
Lindsay says she believes social media has made it a lot easier for people to distrust their partners. But she's never felt the need to monitor her boyfriend on social media.
I gladly let him use my phone. Like, he's checked his own Facebook on my phone before, and I've done the same with him, and it's never like, oh, now I need to delete my history or something. Yeah.
Melanie says being transparent with social media can work in relationships, as long as it's not used to stalk or monitor each other. But couples still need to set boundaries.
A relationship is made up of two healthy individuals that merge at some point, but don't completely merge. We all need something that's still ours.
So while it's tempting to stalk your ex or keep track of your partner on Facebook, Melanie says it's important to understand the effects of social media and educate ourselves about healthy online behaviours.
We can't ignore the fact that interaction with social media also reflects mental health issues, and people interact differently depending on what their mental state is.
As for Lydia, things seem to be looking up.
So I've just started dating this new guy, and he told me he didn't have Facebook, which caught me by surprise. He feels like a mystery to me, and I feel like, I can really get to know him as a true person every time I see him.
Sticky date.